Already we are for round number 5 against Valvalion. This is a pretty good hand. Hopefully I can get a game against... I don't really want to play against a green deck, obviously, because it's a terrible matchup, but it'd be nice to see how the deck performs against them, so I'm kind of happy that we got to see this. Probably going to edict this their creatures away unless they have a young wolf. Then I probably won't cast anything next turn. Obviously I should not have cast this first, but if they have another spell it doesn't really matter. Land Grant. It's actually kind of sweet. Whoa. This hand is very bad against our hand. If I draw another Edict. Echoing Decay, huh? They can save both of them, unfortunately. Just gonna play that though, and see what they do with their turn. Okay, they played out that land. So they could have just cast Groundswell there and like saved all their stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this right away. They're gonna have to spew off all of their. They're gonna have to spew off all of like both of the rest of them to save both of their guys. They are gonna get some good damage in on us, but it's okay. Luckily, the Echoing Decay still shrinks their power, so like I take 10 this turn. That's a lot, but oh, another Sentinel! Come on, need another Echoing Decay. Oh, we're the luckiest. Oh my God, we are the luckiest. Oh, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it, you guys. After I punted that last match, I do not deserve it. All right, yeah, I'm not gonna tap low on Counterspell, so just gonna exclude any creatures, especially creatures that don't die to Trainer's Edict. Yeah, it's over. Sweet, got like a million for one twice. Well, can't count on getting that lucky again. I don't think so. Against this deck, I actually bring in like a lot of these same cards that I bring in against the control decks because I have so many expensive cards that I need to take out some of my bad ones. So I like, obviously the Echoing Decay is great. I actually like the Duresses. Getting their pump spells out of their hand or a Rancor can be really important. Relic is actually great against Young Wolf and Rancor as well. And I just need cheap stuff. So the Gourmet Gangler is another thing to consider. So I want all this stuff, and then I want to take out kind of expensive stuff. So I usually take out 1 Teachings, and I take out a Capsize and a Pieces of the Puzzle and an Exclude. So they're very slow. Deprive, I don't really want to be picking up a land, and what I really want is more removal. So Whispers of the Muse not necessary. I do like to have the 1 Dispel. I gotta decide how much I want this repeal or not. It is more like fast interaction, so I do kind of like it. Capsize is kind of nice because you do lock them out of the game eventually, but really Avant-Card's Justice can just lock them out. You don't need Capsize to lock your opponent out of the game. Let's go and take out the repeal. I don't think I need it. I do want to keep 1 Dispel, and it's possible I want another Dispel. It's possible I want the Anglers. But alright, well, we got super lucky game 1. This hand is great if I had land. Like Echoing Decay and Devour Flesh are awesome cards. This hand is pretty bad. I will keep it though. Avant-Card Justice is one of our best cards. Chainer's Edict is pretty good. I'll keep it. It's obviously bad against the Young Wolf, but Land Grant, what do they got? They do have 2 Young Wolves, so this is going to be a tough game. I think we're going to lose this one for sure. Yeah, I don't see any way for us to win this game, unfortunately. The only way we could win is if they miss their land for a couple turns, and they're stuck on just a couple Young Wolves for like a long time, and we like hit all of ours. Alright. I'm gonna grab a Swamp. Alright. So I need that complete disregard. Alright, taking damage. Gonna probably counter anything here. Need a land desperately. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna think twice now. If I hit a tapped land, it's pretty important to have done that. Alright, didn't. So if they hit a land here, we're gonna be in bad shape. Otherwise, I don't know. We could be okay. They're gonna use a pump spell maybe to untap this guy. No. Another young wolf. Yep. So this is another disadvantage of playing a deck like this one, is that you are more likely to flood or get mana screwed when you play 100 cards than if you play fewer cards. Actually don't think I want to false summoning that. I think one of my only outs is to draw a Shrivel and kill all this stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and disfigure this Nettle Sentinel. I'm going to have to like Evan Card Justice everything away anyway. Alright. So, what do I want to do here? Nest Invader, I think I have to let resolve. I'm going to Devour Flesh. Ugh, no, I can't. Shoot, I shouldn't have let that resolve because now my opponent can cast that Hunger of the Hell Pack. I just have to take the 3 here. This is insane by my opponent unless they're putting it here. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's go ahead and Devour Flesh one of these young wolves away. I was going to say, why would they do that? But it makes sense. I can't do anything about this guy anyway. Alright. So what do I need to draw here? I believe I have no outs. Radiant Fountain. Nope. It wasn't a Radiant Fountain. I didn't really count. Maybe my opponent messes up. So Radiant Fountain, I could have... No, I still would have been dead, right? No, I wouldn't have been... Yeah, I would have been dead anyway. No matter what my opponent does, I lose. Okay. They did it. They figured it out. So that's why I don't like to have all those expensive cards in my deck. You never have time to cast them. Might want to take out another Pieces even. And put in a Dispel. Alright. Would I like to play first? Yes, I would. Hand seems fine. It's pretty bad again against Young Wolf. There's no way to Bojuka Bog away a Young Wolf, because there's no way for me to get it into play at instant speed. This hand is terrible against Young Wolf. Alright, can Innocent Blood that away, that's for sure. Probably the worst draw on the deck. I'm not sure. Maybe something more expensive would be a worse draw, but that's a pretty terrible draw. So hopefully they don't have anything that's good against or like a Nest Invader. It'd be pretty bad for me. Yeah, looks like they're going to bring Tree Emissary into Nest Invader and I'm going to lose the game. So that's pretty unfortunate. Yeah. Stompy is a pretty easy deck to play. You just get to look at their hand and you see exactly what they're going to do. Do get to get an island here. And all of their creatures do die to Evan Card Justice, so I don't necessarily lose. If I draw an untapped land here, I can definitely win. But if I don't, I'm gonna be dead. Alright, that's gone. See if my opponent plays around it. Nah, they don't care. They're not in the business of playing around stuff. Not when you're playing Stompy. Hopefully they didn't draw Mutagenic Growth. That'd be pretty bad for me. If the one draw I don't know about is Mutagenic Growth. Okay. This is obviously our best card against them. Yep, Ledgewalker down. Yeah, just gonna Innocent Blood it. So we're in a decent spot here. If they draw a bunch of pump spells and stuff and don't really draw creatures. Yep, counter that. Or if they draw some lands at some point, that would be good too. I'm gonna grab an island with this, I guess. So now we're at the point of the game where I do need to draw some kind of card advantage spell, otherwise not gonna be able to get out of this. Alright, Brainstorm. Guess maybe I should have saved my shuffle effect, but didn't want to skip my land drop. Okay. These are great. Let's go ahead and put those on top like that. Just gonna run this out there. No, I'll pretend I have exclude even though I just kind of told my opponent I don't have it. Alright. Great. So we're in amazing shape here now. My opponent, I'll counter stuff that can survive through Evankar's Justice, otherwise I'll let that stuff resolve. I do need to draw one more land in order to Evankar's Justice and hold up a counterspell for the Vines, but if I draw Teachings, we're going to win. That'll probably win it too. It's going to be really tough for our opponent to come back. We got pretty lucky to draw like back-to-back. We drew back-to-back lands there, but the deck has a lot of lands, so it's not that lucky. Alright, Ledgewalker, don't care. So my opponent can save it a little bit, but I have so many edicts now that there's nothing really that can survive the 7-card Justice that I like care about countering anyway. Mutagenic Growth. Yeah, I'll dispel that. Let's get a couple of their pump spells out of their hand. I'm okay with that. I have so many edicts now that that's an interesting choice too. So I know they have the Vines still, but the Vines can't save them from Evankar's Justice. If I draw an untapped land, okay, I didn't. Let's just do this again. See if they have another pump spell. Even like one more pump spell though takes out all this stuff. Hunger, okay. I should have left up. Oh, I don't have another swamp. Okay, so I could die here, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm dead to double pump spell. I got too greedy. Oh my god, I got way too greedy. Please don't kill me this turn, Stompy. Please, just draw a creature. Okay, okay. Okay, phew. Alright, alright, alright. Now I feel safe. I was dead to so many things there. This one can resolve. I'm gonna go ahead and Doomblade it. I want to try to get these Rancors out of their hand. Obviously they're gonna Vines it. And then I'll prohibit the Vines. Yeah, I don't... Sometimes they play Elephant. They've been playing like whatever that Elephant thing is. I could counter it. Yeah, let's just counter it. They're down to 2 cards. I don't want to get so risky again. And I know one of them is a Rancor. Now that we drew that, we're in really good shape, because now I can have a card Justice, plus I can kill something on top of it. Land Grant. Land Grant's a cool idea in Stompy. I don't know why people hadn't really like been doing that before. Seems really good with the, what's it called? With those two, with the Nettle Sentinels. Seems really good with the Nettle Sentinels. Alright, I'm confident we've locked up this game. I don't think there's anything they could draw to get them out of it. I'm gaining approximately 1 billion life. I've got a bunch of removal. Even got removal for this Young Wolf. I completely disregard you, Young Wolf. Alrighty. And we're getting up to so much life that even if they resolve some creatures and they can protect them, they're not going to be able to kill us anyways. Like it's gonna take a billion, like just tons and tons of stuff here to save this. Groundswell. I'll Agony Warp it. If he uses another spell, I don't care. Like, I'll let it resolve. I just don't want him to be able to have like 20 points of pump basically in hand. Because that's the only way they can really get around all my life total. Yep. That's fine. And we found a card advantage spell, so that should probably end it for us. What my opponent should probably be doing now is holding all of their creatures. That's not enough. Okay. Do I have enough mana to just do it again? I do. +1 extra. I'll leave open the swamp just so I can Innocent Blood. Alright, cool, we did it. 4-1. A little disappointing that I punted that match. Could have probably had the 5-0 here. Definitely threw away that game too against Tron. But you can see the power of this deck. I mean, I got pretty lucky to beat Stompy there, to be honest. But when you're playing against blue-black a lot, blue-black, like all the blue decks are pretty good matchups for this deck. Other than Tron is not great, but it's okay. You can definitely run them out of threats, and like we did in that first game, then you're pretty advantaged. I think in the first game they have a lot of cards that are pretty bad against you, and then you just have to get like a little lucky in the one of the next 2 games. Like you got 2 games in a row to try to beat them, and their deck stumbles a lot, and it's not that consistent of a deck. Like if they don't get Tron on turn 3 or 4 against you, they're gonna have a lot of trouble winning. So that's the deck. Check it out, 100 card teachings. It's pretty fun. It's still pretty cheap despite being all those extra cards. Other than the excludes and the Hydroblast, basically nothing costs anything, so should be pretty cheap to put together for you. Does some, and it has like that definitely tilt factor that I love. Like you really get to tilt your opponents with it. You can see we had people just like conceding right away and all that stuff. It's so fun. So definitely check it out. It needs some tweaks. Like the deck definitely needs some tweaks, but like any control deck, you can really tweak it for the metagame, which I like. I haven't been running into that much Stompy, and certainly haven't really been running into stuff that's aggressive besides Stompy. Maybe a little Affinity, but we have a lot of Edicts, so we're actually not that bad against Affinity either. But like if there's more blue decks running around, we'll probably want more main deck dispels and like more counter spells and less removal, because removal is pretty bad against all the blue decks. So yeah, check it out. It's really fun, and that's pretty much it for me today. Let me know in the comments if you think I can improve anything, and subscribe down below if you want to get alerted anytime I put out new videos. And let me know also in the comments if there's anything you want to see me play. I've got a couple decks I definitely am going to be playing. I'm going to be playing like Mono Blue Delver at some point. I'll be playing Red Deck Wins at some point, because those are still like some of the top. Like Mono Blue Delver is kind of fallen off completely at this point, but it's still a good deck, and like it's been a top deck for so long that I'll definitely be playing that one. I think I still have to play Marasatron for you guys, so there's a couple of decks that I'm definitely like gonna be playing for sure, but haven't quite gotten around to yet. And I want to play this one. It was sweet. So that's pretty much it for me this time. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.